Hey guys, how you doing? Julio here with my own video. Today I decided to make a more language-focused video because I've been talking a lot about martial arts, which is actually what I have the most fun with recently. But today I'd like to talk about languages and more specifically learning multiple languages because that's a question I get a lot on my YouTube. And before I start, I want to give you a brief profile of my language learning. So I speak 10 languages. I don't want to say like that's trying to be kind of arrogant, but speaking in the sense that I have knowledge of 10 languages. Some of them I speak better. Some of that are more like a everyday conversation. But there are 10. If you want to know which languages I speak and at what level, I'm going to put a video somewhere here. Okay, so that means since I speak 10 languages, that means I'm a hyperpolyglot because that's the name you give to people who speak above 6 languages. All right. Okay, having said that, I'm gonna give you 5 hints on how to study multiple languages. The first hint I want to give you is to choose, maybe it's the most obvious thing to say, but you have to choose the language to be learned, because if you don't do that, you're not gonna learn anything. And okay, and in order to do that, so you have to go to the next step, which is to should I put it? You have to think about the language family of the language you're gonna learn. So this will be the second one, or probably I could have put it in the same one, but yeah, that's the second tip. Okay, let's put it as a second tip. Make sure not to choose similar languages, and by that I mean, so I like linguistics. First thing I learned in college is when I entered college is in linguistics. They teach you the language families. That's a good thing to know because you know what's similar, what's not. But what I mean similar is the languages that are intelligible. For instance, if you want to learn multiple languages, I wouldn't choose language that can be understood by the other. For instance, I wouldn't learn Portuguese and Spanish at the same time because they're intelligible. They're gonna get mixed up. Or Czech and Polish, they're intelligible. I've seen that firsthand. First time I came to Japan, I saw a Polish girl talking to a Czech girl. They understand each other perfectly. That's the same with Swedish and Norwegian, which I've seen in front of me. They understand each other. So I don't think you learn a foreign language. All right, that's just my opinion. Or Afrikaans and Dutch. I understand Afrikaans. I listen to Afrikaans songs. If they speak, I understand what they're saying pretty much. So I wouldn't learn Afrikaans and Dutch. If someone says I speak Afrikaans and Dutch, that doesn't impress me because they're pretty much the same language. Okay, that's maybe a topic for another video. Okay, that's tip number 2. Don't learn similar language. Okay, so and then 3. And once you know that you have you know what you're going to learn, make a list of languages in order to learn them. Usually I do that based on I can make another video about the languages I'm studying. So I'm gonna make a list basically on the a preference of languages I want to learn. So at the moment, my preference for languages, I think the first language I'm studying every day is, oh my God, which is the language? I don't remember because I'm studying 18, but this is in order that the languages I think are more important. So once you know that, usually I put a list in front of me. It was somewhere here, but I put it somewhere. But once you see that, it becomes kind of a custom to you, kind of a ritual, and you do that every day. So make a list of the languages in order to learn them, and follow that as much as you can. Okay, and then tip number 4 is choose a material to study the languages. And personally, I like learning with textbooks because they have a curriculum. So a set of things you have to learn, such as grammar, vocab, that kind of stuff that you won't find in an app. By the way, I don't use apps ever because first, I don't have time, and even if I use them, instead of learning with an app, I should continue following the books I use because they have a curriculum, and by the time I finish them, most of them, they say the level at which they are, so A1, A2, so especially the most modern books. So I'm more focused on the European reference for languages. So I only use textbooks. And if you want to know what I'm using, you can follow me on Patreon because I update that list regularly. Okay, as I said, I don't use apps because a lot of people ask me that. Never use apps. And the 5-1, which is also equally as important, is set the time to study. Because I'm learning now lots of languages, especially on weekdays. I'm studying lots of languages, so usually I study from 5 to 7 minutes because I don't have to, there are way too many languages. So if I study 30 minutes, I'm not gonna even sleep. So set the time to study, and more importantly, be strict on that. So sometimes I hear a lot, and a thing I hate, it's like, oh, I'm studying language A, and my study is so fun, I'm having so much fun, that go over the time. If you do that, you won't give attention to other languages, so that's not good. No bueno at all. So if you say 10 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever time you want to spend learning language, you have to stop. Usually I set a timer. So right now I'm usually the most longest I study a language is 7 minutes. So once the timer, once I hear the timer, I move to the next language. So don't be taken by the thing, I'm having fun and keep on learning that. No, you gotta be really disciplined. That's another thing you have to do. So just reviewing, so choose a language first. Choose a language you want to learn, then make sure you're not learning similar languages. Make a list of languages in order to learn them. Choose material to study. And 5, set a time to study and follow it. Okay, that's my basic hint, so you can learn multiple languages, and I'm a proof that it works. I've used this method for years. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit like, and please consider subscribing to have my channel grow. Please share this content. You can also be a member of this channel and help me so I can make more material, more language or martial art or whatever related videos. Please consider following me on Patreon, because there you can see all the materials I've been using, an updated list of materials. Yeah, maybe that's it. So Patreon. Oh, follow me on Twitter. And on Twitter, actually, there's a friend of mine who's trying to be a hyperpolyglot, Larissa. You can also help her and motivate her to study. That's it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.